AskReddit by Dodger Spinning. What seems to be universally hated on Reddit, but is actually popular in the real world? Pretty much everything. I come on Reddit and I'm like, people are so mean and weird. I go in the real world and I'm like, people are friendly and awesome. I was thinking this the other day, lol. Helping others. No, you are not obligated to turn down your music at 8 PM so your next door neighbor can get their newborn to sleep, but come on dude. Yeah, that's mad. Some hater posts are full of selfish people reinforcing each other's nastiness. Forgiveness. I always use Michael Vick as an example of this. The majority of people on Reddit only associate him with the dog fighting crime and call him a piece of shit, etc. Dude went to prison, served time and never got in trouble again, and even advocates for animal cruelty programs. Like FFS, what else can a man do to redeem himself? I'm not even diving into the background on where he came from and the culture he was raised in. Reddit loves to paint people by the worst parts of their lives no matter what they may do to atone for their mistakes. Going outside and doing things. Outside? Like where bears and shit are? No thanks. Nuance. My wife had a nuance once. She said it was terrible. Staying together with your spouse after a minor inconvenience. The problem with Reddit is that the issue is presented in isolation. You can have a spouse who is an absolute mess in one area of life and a perfect dream in every other way, but when you only present the mess area, they seem like an absolute disaster. The other problem is that some of the patterns and phrases that describe abusive relationships also describe healthy relationships. It's all a matter of degree. So, yeah, he hits me occasionally, but the rest of the time he's really nice. Is a relationship you should run from, but he's a jerk when his depression gets bad but goes back to being a lovely person as soon as he sorts his meds. Work-life balance out is just normal. Deleted. This comment is such a red flag. Emojis. Text is so devoid of tone, and it's especially apparent when there's a language barrier or something along those lines. And emotes, emojis etc. are great at conveying something of an emotion. There are people, Facebook boomers and such, who overuse them or misuse them, sure, but the way Reddit has some complex towards emojis is honestly quite frustrating. Having a girlfriend. Getting laid. Collective, conductive, constructive criticism. I love some good alliteration. Buying cars on any kind of finance, even if you can easily afford it. Also, trying to buy a car within your means on a budget, even if it isn't perfect. Sometimes you just need a beater until you can get to a better place. But people will be like, OMG, for that cheap with those miles, it's probably going to explode. No Carfax? No sale? Maybe it will, but the money I learn by this pose getting me to work will help me afford a better one. Chain restaurants. I love Chili's and I don't care who knows. Children. Family in general. Video games. Most games are Reddits, the community shits on the game. Although, the majority of the gamers for those games aren't on Reddit and actually enjoy the game. People who hate a game either play it for 5 minutes or 500 hours. Other people having fun playing video games. On Reddit, people like to post about how those people are having fun incorrectly, either by playing the wrong game, the wrong video game platform, or playing the right game on the right platform but in the wrong way. The part of this phenomenon that amazes me most are when actual fans go and create a no sodium sub to actually discuss their enjoyment of the game, and the game's main sub spends all their time talking about how the no sodium guys are all corporate shills and deluded fanboys. Just let people play games they like. Popular stuff. Assassin's Creed, Apple, McDonald's, you name it. Reddit hates it, and believes everyone does too. But these things are popular for a reason. Apple was the one I was coming here to say. If you read Reddit you'd think that they'd be on the verge of bankruptcy or heading there, are opposed to being incredibly popular. Marriage. Vanilla sex and moderate political views. Vanilla sex for life. Having face-to-face adult discussions regarding a disagreement, rather than pulling passive-aggressive pranks to get back at people. Living a normal life. Getting married, having kids, a 9-to-5 job, living in the suburbs, being happy. Reddit doesn't even believe it's possible, let alone popular. Putting 100% into what you do and giving a shit. Pretending to be martyr for your beliefs because someone else talked back. It's still super popular on Reddit, it's just hated. Suburbs. Good point. I live in the suburbs and also love living near a city that makes it possible for me to spend a whole day doing cultural events and eating the best food without my car. Engagement rings and weddings. Unless you get married in your backyard and serve your guests top ramen, you're overdoing it. Being nice.